hello again everybody. We remain here on the courtyard in a bit rougher shape than we would have hoped. But nonetheless, courtyard is where we are. And let's see, here I got plenty of shovels. And that's stress relief that we don't really need right about now. So what we were doing is that we're looking for something, anything. Ah yes, there's this locked room here and that dungeon there. So let's look behind our backs first things first, and lucky us. And these eat shovels, I believe. I don't think I'm going to be looking at them right now. That food helped us somewhat, and this is... well, could have been better, could have been worse. Let's just see where we'll end up if we follow this route. No reason to leave things unexplored. First thought that this was some big riding. This Chevalier was riding this corpse either, but no. Naturally, it is not quite so. Stun resistance 40, yeah, go for it. Let's start healing up those who need it, and the 70% resistance. Yeah, better if we just take care of the stress troubles here. Nice dodge there. And then we'll go chopping.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
So now they've got quite a bit of stun resistance, but then again, this is plus 40, which makes this 150 base, so it would still be rather good chance to stun. And with all the blight resistance that's being tossed around here, I'd rather try than be useless. This Corpse is not having much luck with its attempts to weaken prey. But I've got to say, I am not too... how should one put this? I'm not too... compassionate about it. Yes, that's the word. So we got a good chance at killing them off here, so let's do just that. 120, okay, now it's getting a bit crazy here, so let it move once. And of course it's going for double attack, stunning the Plague Doctor, but other than that everything is pretty much fine. I'll clear the corpse out of the way and we'll get back to it. Alright, hold it right there if you would. And then we go chopping. Right, next round we should have that down and we are all ready to go again. No more trouble, I see. Ah, shame.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Still didn't get to move. Yeah, much better now than when we started. I wonder how long we can actually go on. I keep those bandages just in case. I've seen the bleed stack somewhat high as of late. Well, that's interesting. Let's head on down there at first. Since that seems to be the least... Oh, well, it expands still. What are you? Supplicant? Esquire? Courtesan? Well, let's tell this Esquire to not bother right now. And then the Courtesan is going to be heading forward, is she? The blinding gas is not going to be hitting anyone but the Esquire, so it's not that useful. Increase the damage of the leper. That rarely goes wrong. Could try dropping a stun on the Courtesan. Didn't work out this time, but looks like we're going to be having a leper fight off a few creatures here. So if we heal, we probably set the supplicant up for Reynold to deal with. Well, party like the Romans, huh? If that's what you want, that's what you want. Plus dodge, of course.
Continue the onslaught.
Let's not let the supplicant...
All.
Oh, come on now, riposte? Well, can't attack back if it's dead. And that's not going to help much. It's a good chance that this one kills it. And it does.
Give them no quarter.
No riposte from those who have perished.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
And this is another of those unsteadier ones. Lots of damage all around, but let's see where it will take us. There's a Curio down here. Alright, Selûne and Reynold. Alright, I'll take a look at it soon. 70, 70, 70, 70. Go for it, Warbadon. Not exactly what we were looking for.
Not the rule.
So battle there. Already hacked through quite the path, and we'd risk losing Warbadon if we headed onward. It's probably for the best that we'll return to the hamlet now.
Great adversity has a beauty. It is the fire that tempers.
Some treasure, a fair bit of heirlooms. So Reynold has the yips, and it's irrepressible. And Selûne's afraid of light. Well, okay, I guess.
I can still see their angry faces as they stormed the manor. But I was dead before they found me. And the letter was on its way.
To Stein feels sated and relaxed after a night amongst the Kashans. Those they engage in pleasures of the flesh and recovered 81 stress. Langmethod lost 1000 gold after becoming overcome with emotion, donating generously. Well, at least they recovered stress. Gilpin has reinforcement therapy to make a quirk permanent. On guard. Medley, a valiant grave robber, was rescued and returned safe to the hamlet. Level 3, are you? Not too bad on these features either. Though it's interesting how little you actually have in the way of skills. Well, you do have more camping skills than most, but... I mean, you've still got first level equipment and first level skills compared to Wearables, who has quite the equipment for herself. You're on the same level. I actually think, Medley, that you are not going to be joining us. Still looking for a healer, and you are not one. So what might we be doing next? There's a Sacred Scroll available that gives more healing and less stress for Vestals if we head on to kill Brigand 8-pounder, which actually suddenly sounds like quite the idea. Thing is, our pounder beaters are about here. Oh, I have enough healers actually. I could take the new blood, I could. They are level 3, takes less training them, but then again, I might actually want someone that can face the boss out there, couldn't I? And I am rather sure... Send you out again? Have I sent you out at some point, Idie? So let's take a look. Vorgan the Abomination would not go, for he is beyond this, as he says. Well then, when the rest of the party would be like this, I'm afraid I cannot actually take on the pounder. For there's a great chance that I might actually not be able to deal enough damage. If I cannot do enough damage to stop the matchman, that's a problem. It's a problem indeed. Do we have any reliable damage dealers? Well, we would be having to Stain out there. And most likely Lanquetot. So that would leave space for 2 more. Well, in a way, Bolbeck. They have the stab. And then it's a stab. Then we have Idie. It's not exactly a killer, is he? When they would have damage, it would go quite far into are you guys able to do that, so... I guess I cannot help it, but I'll have to wait a little bit longer. I do have lots of healing things already, they are mostly for additional stress, but this one also takes down those. Alright, where I... There's Saloon, so Unia's Head, Tome of Holy Healing. Both of them actually increase that less than the Sacred Scroll. But then again, minus stun skill. I think I'm just sending out a level 3 party. But to do what? Worry Stone. Ha! Now ruins, there's the camper's helmet. In the cove there's the sniper's ring, which Ross might be interested in. as well as the quick draw charm for when people just gotta go fast, and then there's the immunity mask. But then again, Durandal already has lots of things. So I think we'll be going for the sniper's ring. Too bad Verables is cursed, and that Warbadon is more than a little stressed out, but let's see here. If we do it like this, I don't know if Lily is the choice here. We could bring, say, Venoid instead. Now let's take Venoid. Slow advance, that's what they are being called now, but we need the stress heal that he can be. So Dazzling Mirror is not going to be very useful here, is it now? Instead, he could carry Baristan's head and be strong. But you are going to be carrying Disma's head. And there's going to be a lot of stress, but a legendary bracer too. Whereas Reynold, you are going to be having Baristan's head indeed. Anyone else in need of stuff? So what did this do? Plus stun skill chance, plus debuff skill chance. And he used... so there's the minus dodge. It doesn't exactly use Hands from the Abyss, does he? Still plus crit. I don't think the plus 15% stress is worth it with all that. Yeah, just have the Eldritch Killing Incense. It won't hurt. And now we'll see to upgrading your things. There we go. Let's provision you people. So this is a bit longer of a mission. And it's in the Cove of veteran level, so we'll be needing a bit of bandages. But before we do that, better just prepare all the usual stuff. Yeah, 4 bandages is good in case they start stacking the effects up. Alright, that item cannot be sold, yes. A couple medicinal herbs. And then lastly, some blood for the people that need it. Yeah, that should be about it. We go to slay and explore.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
Primarily it'll be the exploring thing though. So we can let Reynold be for a short walk longer. Well, alright, go for it, Vicomte. Well, Alright, you two, let's settle this right now. Fika went to see if there was blood, and Reynold, there was no blood. So that should be settled, alright? No blood there. Now let's get a move on.
Another mariner? Another misfortune.
We're not going to be coming this far back again, so let's see what's in the sack.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it
100
must be carried
gold.
home.
There's a lot of obstacles. So 70, 70, 60, 70. Go for it, Warbadon. Warbadon, you are not very good at this, are you?
Steps are the exception, and not the rule.
And you are not going to be carrying those debuffs for that long, alright, friend? Go for it. More resistance is something to smile about. We are going in the room in dim light. And that's why we took the bandages. So, since nobody's really that hurt, let's start with some abyssal artillery. Alright, you two, perhaps I'll have to do something about it.
Eradicated.
Now we got a start here. That's done now. Arterial pinch. Yeah, that's what needs the... That's what we have the bandages for. That bleeds a lot. Luckily enough, it will not be a problem. Let's go for a stun, resisted. Well, these things happen. Oh yeah, that doesn't reach that far. Whoopsie daisy. Now we have Hellion, so if she gets pinched, then she can just use her own skills to be rid of it. Alright, you people. I guess I should feed you the blood since you so graciously ask. But in the meantime, I'll be trying to get Warbadon's stress levels under control. And with that bleed, it should be totally possible. Especially if... Arterial pinch incoming. And that's the 8 damage bleed. For a ton of rounds, so let's get rid of that. Now we're bleeding again. You know, there's some things you should probably learn from, and one of them is getting yourself to bleed. And that's a dead crusher.
Size alone does not dissuade the sharpened blade.
So what did this one do again? It removed a quirk. Alright. And Reynold, be the fury, drink from your enemies. It's a lot of battles. A room battle with treasure too. Well, you go for it then, you kleptomaniac. Could have been worse, I guess. down in front. Well, the path leads this way.
The twisted faces of the damned, piled high and cloaked in...
Why am I not surprised to see you? Why am I not surprised, Collector? Tell me right now, why am I not surprised to see you? Highwaymen. Well, that's a royal bummer. That's even more so. Let's see. Yeah, go for it. Stuns are good. Stuns are nice. So you're guarding him now, are you? Two damage bleed, so it will be 6 in the end of things. Well, you stop your guarding now, if you at all could consider such a move. Well, there's a reason we need to wail on the Collector for some time. Ha, you missed. Well, you didn't. Bleed resisted. Well, heal the Hellion. She is less prepared to take damage than Reynold is. Soon. You would do anything for more blood and you choose to heal an ally. Well, isn't actually half bad of a plan, I'll give you that much. A stunning blow. That's less damage on us. Lifesteal. How very unfortunate. Well, heal yourself. We still have a chance to take him down if we get a good roll on the Hellion dice. It's 8 damage, so if we deal 20 or more... which we are able to do, though not very likely to do. Yet we did.
A predator is often blind to its own peril.
So with him gone, let's focus on these fellows. Man-at-Arms needs to be blighted, for it has quite the protection for itself. As Yarp should get us rid of the guard, and it does. 85% stun resistance. Well, nonetheless, we'll need to heal some stresses. Great stresses and crits will come to you, but only if you, and so forth. Crits go one way, crits go the other way. I ain't going to complain, such is life. And let's finish off that highwayman, shall we?
Falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Oh, there we go for the Man-at-Arms. Stop thirsting so hard. Nobody ain't going to give you anything. Once you are wasting, then we'll look into it.
light, the promise of safety.
Yeah, you are passing now, since there's nothing you can do.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
A single puzzling trapezohedron. Could have been worse. Oh, great. Gatekeeper and his croonies. So let's see here. Well, let's just artillery down there. Plague grenade's not going to do anything, so let's just try to stun that which can be stunned. Well, Reynold, that means you are going to be Holy Lancing.
Obliterated.
Well, you did what I was going to ask you to do anyway, so things are fine. Let's go for the Barbaric Yarp. Well, there was an attempt. We need to get that Gatekeeper out of the game soon, or it'll pose a problem for us. With its escape ability.
Decimated.
Right, it's closer now. So let's dish out some heals. Luckily enough, most of the sickness-causing attacks
Annihilated.
have been aimed at people already afflicted by the curse. Oh, now you are wasting. Now's the time you get the blood. And you'll be healing Reynold a bit. Who's going to go faster for a few rounds? Let's see what Wicked Hack does for us. It's not a kill, which means Reynold can ease the stress levels here.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
That's very impolite, you know. More removing of stress. More adding of health. Well, let's just give her more damage, because why not? And whack-a-mole.
Seize this momentum.
I
Push on
don't
to
need
the task's
150
end.
gold, really. A tight pool. Well, drink, Bruderline, drink. And now let's see what awaits us here. Stealth. Ones with stealth have a shadowy appearance, cannot be hit by direct attacks, but are vulnerable to area effect attacks. Additionally, some hero skills shield breakers exposed can hit them while in stealth. These skills have an additional benefit of de-stealthing the monster. So if I want to deal with them well, I'm supposed to be buying the DLC, huh? That is not very polite of you, Red Hook.
Continue the onslaught.
Well, I guess you have provided me with other options. I'm having to try with other tactics, including but not limited to abyssal artillery and blinding gas. So let's see here, more stuns. Means less opportunity for the enemy to be dealing damage to us. That was a significant buff to them, so let's try to remove them from the game. No such luck, I'm afraid. Well, we'll be having to heal them up back again then. I won't die to that, so do I bother? It don't, I'll put it on this one. Or I guess I won't.
Press this advantage. Give them no quarter.
Could I put it on this one also, so there would have been no corpse in my way? But then again, I can deal with the corpse in an alternative manner. There we go.
The slow
Not
death.
going to be doing anything.
Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
Well, let's remove some stress while we are at it. Yeah, now if I just land a noxious blast with the Plague Doctor, I do, well then the fight will be ending on that creature's turn. Reynold, that's not exactly the point I want you in, but since you can use your Inspiring Banner from said spot, I guess there is no problem there. 100 gold is not what I need. Wrong. I'm using the wrong key, am I? Odd. Let's... Ah yes, I just cannot do it over here in this window. Well, I don't need citrine. If I can collect crests, the rest can go. Because opening this would be a waste as far as I'm concerned. It could have crests and we don't really need the anti-venom, so let's do it anyway. It sure had crests. Anti-venom goes and deeds come in. And in addition to that, we cannot really take the portraits and busts, I'm afraid. That room we'll leave for later, I'm pretty sure. Get back to the default party order, by the way. The legendary bracer is of no use. Oh no, legendary bracer is of use. Those brawler's gloves that the leper was wearing. I do not like encountering you. Could you please stay away? That's probably why I, in the first place... Ah, vulnerability hacks bypasses stealth and de-stealths. Well, that's good to know. Anyway, I got off on a tangent. Yeah, that's why I went to the courtyard, to get rid of these things. But as we remember, it didn't go exactly to plan. Let's see if we cannot wicked hack that gatekeeper. We indeed could. Let's try more gas, because why not? Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. This time, it did just fine. So if we want to be able to hit with the Iron Sworn, we cannot remove the corpse. Well, Reynold can either Inspiring Cry or Smite things, and since Smite's not killing anything, we might as well remove stress. So you are coming to the front for us. How helpful. Ah, resisted Crimson Curse. Well, I mean, it would have meant more damage, but then again, I'm rather pleased that I don't have to juggle it with everybody. So we could technically land the Noxious Blast. It's unlikely, but we'll try. It might kill. It kills! It's a good one.
Blow.
Means we'll have to endure one less attack.
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
So 1000 golds. I don't think we'll find another ruby, so let's take gold in place of that. Then 4 portraits. I'll probably be leaving one behind. And herbs. If anyone has debuffs, they can remove. Nobody does. Well, that's it then. And what do we have here? Crests that we cannot carry. Isn't that quaint? We're Crusher. Hello there. No spearfishing. Bad fish. Well, we are wicked hacking then. Well, vulnerability hex goes there. And we fail the D-stealth. We miss the Holy Lands. Well, at least the gas means they won't be having as easy a time in annoying us. So, time to toss in a plague grenade. And you will reconstruct yourself. You. Try stopping the Wea Crusher. Actually did it. Not bad at all. Nice, critical there, Venoid. So let's see what more we have here. That's less dodge. It doesn't really have any in the first place. So let's get the white mouth up in front. We can't have it. A shame, but at least they missed the attack. Another plague grenade should seal his fate. It indeed does. And now let's just Inspiring Cry, since the damage won't be that much anyway. And they've got additional defenses. I've been lucky with them missing these arterial pinches as of late, but then again that means that we are not getting all the value of the bandages I bought. I mean, I'm not saying I wish ill fate upon my adventurers, but well, at least they were safe. Tidal Slam. Staggering force indeed. Well, I'll be stunning you. You stun us, we stun you. Deal. I could have just reconstructed there. Now, wouldn't that have been a treat? More gas, and that seems to be a kill. 2, well, at least she ain't bleeding. Heal yourself some more, that thing is dead anyway. Speaking of heals, Reynold, you may as well.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
And that's one crusher less in this world. Those things I do not need. I believe we will be heading to the right. And once we return here, we will be camping. Return to the usual marching order. So, Reynold, go for it. Nice one, our little kleptomania. You may look into this one too, because you didn't choose to steal everything. Nice one, reward them for good behavior. bloody children. Like herding cats. Well, this fight's going to be the only one we face. It's not the Collector. These have had the odd habit of being collectors and all that jazz. But then, on the other hand, we faced Collector already once on this trip, so facing them for the other time would perhaps be how should I put this? In excess. Good enough. Let's try and not let them do anything this round. Let us deal our damage. They didn't need to anyway. Oi, I said you didn't need to anyway. That did not mean that you should do things. So if I pull you, we can get the blinding gas on that one there. See if it works out. It didn't. Well, good. Well, no reason not to take the chance. Whack! Whack! And now let's stun you again. You heal yourself. And, well, might as well clear the corpses out of the way. And, well, remove some stress while we are at it. The next damage is going to be coming with front rows anyway. Now, if I had considered that, we could maybe have killed it. But then again, it did not do damage to us, technically speaking. And we got a stress heal out of it, so worth it. We can't take any of this.
So too will resistance.
A shame. A royal shame. Can't be helped though. Hunger? Well, eat then. Is it? Tell me if it is. It's a shovel, a torch, and a bit of jade. So, a jade technically counts as what you were seeking, but does it really? So the thing is, as you may see, we got not that much more remaining here. You've gotten suddenly very hungry. You're getting half food at the rest stop. Since we need to go through this one here, we need to, and we need a space for it. We'll probably be setting up a camp.
Secrets and wonders can be found in the most tenebrous corners of this place.
And let's see here, blood, yes. Battle of Transference, we already have those, but it's probably more valuable than the gold. I don't really remember how much they pay. But if I don't, shouldn't I go for the safe option? And since I didn't get emeralds earlier. Yeah. Cannot use firewood now. Ah, sneaky.
A spark without kindling is a goal without hope.
It's been removed from the game. Well, half a meal later. Let's make our Hellion even more ridiculously powerful. And let's see what we have here. No, don't really need those. Nobody's deceased. think it's a zealous speech that we are having. And some encouragement. Well, sharpen spear first, and then throw the encouragement down for her. And now let's get on with the nighttime ambush. Chop chop!
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
Well, at least I was prepared in case it was going to happen. A bag. We can take a look at it later. No, let's not collect ourselves. Onward we march. So what's over here then? Torch.
Glittering gold, trinkets and
Don't
baubles.
really need to
Paid
wait
for
for
in
plus
blood.
loot for a torch, I don't think. 14, 3, 70. Well, Woba, don't redeem yourself. You have been somewhat redeemed instead of embarrassing yourself further. Congratulations. Yeah, this was it. But we still have a few rooms that might well have treasure in them. And the fight in this hallway. That's supplicants and a sycophant. I was not looking
Singular
forward to
strike.
this. Too bad it healed, and blinding gas is not going to be doing anything to those. So there you go. Venoi. Decimate everything. And you, Reynold, feel free to do your own part. No blood to be gathered out of the ones that are already cursed. They are the ones looking for yours. Not a kill, unfortunately. Well, it's a likely kill. That's a sure kill. Go for the likely one. Reynold's going to be moving anyway. Try it. Does no harm. Sure got them.
This expedition at least promises success.
Well, I should have taken the emeralds, I guess. Too late to regret now. For what is done is done. Can't help the RNG when it happens. I haven't kept those things that I would need to use for this, so they'll be left untouched. For this room, we'll put up the torch. A Chevalier? Well, we got to deal with that one, that's for sure. Double first, that ruins the blinding gas. Its move resistance is through the roof. This one, less so. But in the end, we'll take the safe option and heal Reynold. Now let's see, it's a very unlikely kill, so we'll instead take the stun. That unfortunately is dodged. Well, since that thing has not acted yet, let's blind at least it. Ew. And Iron Swan incoming. Iron Swan deals over half its HP, very likely, so... should be doable. Finish it off with one soon, yes. Well, it's good that I dealt some extra damage to it, since we just lost that Iron Sworn ability. Well, I'll just use it on that one then. Now we'll have to see. We cannot beat that thing to the front row so that we can hit it again. We've not got that good reach on third row in this party. Stun it for good measure. You want anti-venom? Well, you're going to have word reconstruction instead. I hope it suffices. Bleed. But of course. This is a clown fiesta. There we go. Seize this tomfoolery.
The ground quakes.
So you don't have anything to heal yourself with, do you, Wobbadon? Well, you are dying at an alarming rate, aren't ya? We got bandages for that whopping 2 damage per round, and so we're not going to be using them on you. But we'll try to relieve you of some of that stress you've accumulated. Unfortunate that you cannot heal yourself. One off lethal. Is this Crimson Curse on her? No, it's not. Not bleed this time. 1 HP. Here we go.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
I don't hear secret rooms, so I can toss this key. Take the crests. I don't see anything I would need to shovel except for that thing. So I guess I'm shoveling that thing. Then don't need a gold. I'll take the paintings, and then for the crests, well, I guess I'll take the risk. Cash. No, there is no blood there, absolutely not. Probably not the sparkle of coin, you see, but I was in the wrong. So I'm probably not going to be heading back for the food. I mean, for that back there. Those things. So gold can take the place of torches, and we are done here.
We will find all manner of great and terrible things in this watery tomb.
54 crests. Perhaps I collected a bit too many of those. So let's see, you are now, instead of fast healer, you are an Eldritch Slayer. I appreciate it, you're also nervous. Instead of God-fearing, Reynold is now winded. And instead of Cove Explorer, which explains the amount of scouting he got, Wobbadon is now an early riser. Well, that sure was something.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Nothing too spectacular took place while we were gone, so next time should be a simple thing. Yeah, this starts looking like something we could build a team of. To face the Pounder. But until then, preparations are well underway. Delving too deep is still inadvisable. But there are much murkier depths that we can reach now, compared to the meager start. So, until next time, I bid you adieu.